In the shadows of the global economy, a silent battle rages on, one that threatens the very foundations of trust, stability, and integrity. Financial crime, a clandestine and multifaceted enemy, permeates every corner of the financial realm, leaving a trail of victims and wreaking havoc on economies worldwide. But what exactly is financial crime, and how can we protect ourselves from it? In today's video, we will be taking a look at what is financial crime, types of financial crime, and ways to protect yourself from financial crime. Hello, and welcome to another KYC Lookup video, where we bring you AML related content to help you enhance your knowledge in the fight against money laundering. Before diving into today's video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Oh, and don't forget to leave us a comment with any suggested topics you would like us to cover in the future. So, on to today's video. What is financial crime? Financial crime refers to a broad category of illicit activities that involve the manipulation or abuse of financial systems for personal or organisational gain. It encompasses various illegal acts committed within the context of financial transactions, institutions, or systems, often with the intention of generating illicit profits, evading taxes, laundering money, or funding illegal activities. Types of financial crime. There are various types of financial crimes that encompass a wide range of illicit activities. Here are some of the common types. Fraud. Fraud involves deliberate deception to secure financial gain, typically through false representation, omission of material facts, or abuse of trust. Examples include Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, identity theft, and online scams. Money laundering. Money laundering is the process of disguising the origins of illicitly obtained funds to make them appear legitimate. It involves 3 stages: placement, the introducing illicit funds into the financial system; layering, creating complex transactions to obscure the money's source; and integration, making the illicit funds appear legitimate. Corruption. Corruption involves the abuse of entrusted power for personal gain or to influence decision-making processes. It can occur in various forms, such as bribery, embezzlement of public funds, kickbacks, and nepotism. Insider trading. Insider trading refers to the illegal practice of trading stocks, bonds, or other securities based on non-public material information. It undermines market fairness and equality by providing an unfair advantage to those with access to privileged information. And terrorism financing. Terrorism financing involves providing financial support to terrorist activities, including recruitment, training, and planning of attacks. Funds may be sourced through legitimate means, such as donations or charitable organisations, and then used to finance terrorist operations. Why do criminals commit financial crime? Criminals commit financial crimes for a variety of reasons, often driven by a combination of personal motivations and external circumstances. Here are some of the common reasons. Financial gain. The primary motive behind most financial crimes is monetary profit. Criminals may engage in activities such as fraud, embezzlement, money laundering, or insider trading to obtain illicit financial benefits. These crimes can provide quick and substantial gains for their perpetrators. Greed. Some individuals are motivated by excessive greed and an insatiable desire for wealth. They may resort to financial crimes as a means of accumulating vast amounts of money quickly, often without regard for the negative consequences of their actions may have on others. Economic desperation. In certain cases, financial criminals may be driven by economic desperation. They might be facing significant financial hardships, such as overwhelming debt, unemployment, or poverty. These individuals may turn to financial crimes as a last resort to alleviate their dire circumstances to meet their basic needs. Lack of ethical values. Some individuals lack a strong moral compass and may engage in financial crimes due to the lack of ethical values. They may be willing to exploit others, deceive institutions, or engage in fraudulent activities without feeling remorse or guilt. And opportunity and access. Individuals who have access to financial resources, sensitive information, or positions of power may be tempted to abuse their authority for personal gain. For example, corporate executives, accountants, or employees with access to financial systems may exploit their positions to commit financial crimes. Governing bodies who protect us from financial crime. There are several governing bodies and regulatory authorities at national and international levels that work to protect individuals and institutions from financial crime. Here are some key entities involved in financial crime prevention. Financial Action Task Force, FATF. The FATF is an intergovernmental organisation that sets global standards and promotes the implementation of measures to combat money laundering, terrorist financing, and other threats to the integrity of the international financial system. It develops recommendations and provides guidance to countries on anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing, AML/CFT measures. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN. FinCEN is a bureau of the United States Department of the Treasury. It serves as the primary regulatory authority for enforcing AML and combating financial crimes in the United States. FinCEN collects and analyses financial transaction data, issues regulations, and coordinates with law enforcement agencies to combat money laundering, terrorist financing, and other financial crimes. Financial Conduct Authority, FCA. The FCA is a regulatory body for financial services firms in the United Kingdom. It regulates and supervises financial markets, promotes competition, and protects consumers' interests. The FCA ensures compliance with AML regulations, tackles fraud, and investigates financial crimes within its jurisdiction. Europol. Europol is the European Union's law enforcement agency that supports EU member states in combating organised crime, including financial crime. Europol provides operational support, intelligence analysis, and coordination among law enforcement agencies across Europe to tackle various forms of financial crime such as money laundering, fraud, and cybercrime. National Financial Intelligence Units, FIUs. FIUs are specialised units established by countries to receive, analyse, and disseminate information on suspicious transactions and activities related to money laundering and terrorist financing. They play a crucial role in detection and prevention of financial crimes by exchanging information on domestic and international counterparts. And central banks. Central banks in many countries have regulatory authority over financial institutions within their jurisdiction. They set policies, establish regulations, and supervise banks and other financial entities to ensure compliance with AML/CFT measures and prevent financial crimes. These are just a few examples of the governing bodies involved in combating financial crime. Each country may have its own specific regulatory bodies and mechanisms in place to protect against financial crime and ensure the integrity of financial systems. Ways to protect yourself from financial crimes. Protecting yourself from financial crime involves implementing various measures to safeguard your personal and financial information. Here are some important steps you can take. Stay informed. Stay up to date on the latest financial scams, fraud techniques, and cybersecurity threats. Regularly read news, subscribe to reliable financial websites, and follow official sources of information to stay informed about potential risks. Use strong and unique passwords. Create strong, unique passwords for your online accounts and avoid using the same password across multiple platforms. Consider using a password manager to securely store and generate complex passwords. Enable multi-factor authentication, MFA. Whenever possible, enable multi-factor authentication on your online accounts. MFA adds an extra layer of security by requiring an additional verification step, such as unique code sent to your mobile device in addition to your password. Be cautious with personal information. Be cautious about sharing personal and financial information, both online and offline. Avoid providing sensitive information through unsolicited emails, phone calls, or messages. Protect your devices. Keep your computer, smartphone, and other devices updated with the latest security patches and antivirus software. Use a strong PIN, password, and biometric authentication. Monitor your accounts. Regularly monitor your bank accounts, credit card statements, and financial transactions for any unauthorized or suspicious activity. Report any indiscrepancies or fraudulent charges to your financial institution immediately. And educate yourself and others. Educate yourself and your family members about financial crime, fraud prevention, and safe online practices. By increasing awareness, you can collectively reduce the risk of falling victim to financial scams. Remember, no measure is foolproof, but taking these precautions can significantly reduce your vulnerability to financial crime and increase your overall security. Well, there you have it. What is financial crime, types of financial crime, and ways to protect yourself from financial crime. Please let us know in the comments section other ways we can all protect ourselves from financial crime and any other topics you would like us to cover in the future. We have now launched our very own courses for you to take a more in-depth look at a variety of subjects, such as Introduction to AML, Beneficial Ownership, and Customer Risk Rating, for example. So make sure you visit our website for further details. And let us help you connect the dots in KYC. Thank you for watching the video, and if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe to watch more amazing videos.